On August 15th, the DNC voted to reverse course on the banning of ranked choice voting in the 2028 Democratic presidential primaries after an outpouring of public support for RCV and an overwhelming yes vote on the floor of the DNC.
All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. The ayes clearly have it. Thank you very much.
The language would have stopped any ballot used to allocate delegates from letting voters express more than one preference. In Maine and Washington, D.C., where voters already rank, only first choices would have counted. 6 state Democratic parties have used ranked choice voting in their presidential primaries since 2020, and not one of them was formally invited to speak on what their preferred language would have been in this process. Then, we the people found out. 34 D.C. Democrats signed an open letter. State party leaders who have actually run these elections voiced their opposition to the RCV ban out loud. Rules Committee members voted against it from the inside. And thousands of you signed the DNC petition and emailed your DNC members. And it worked! Rule 14A now reads the way it did in 2024. State parties can continue to use ranked choice voting if they choose to do so. However, the DNC pulled the restriction without saying what a compliant ranked choice process actually looks like. Maine and DC, where ranked ballots are required by law, now have to square their tabulation methods with the DNC's 15% delegate threshold in next year's review. That will be the work ahead. Alaska Democrats have already put out a helpful video demonstrating how RCV can work under the DNC's proportional allocation rules. All in all, the whole situation was avoidable. The DNC just needed to pick an existing method for tabulating ranked ballots in alignment with proportional delegate allocation. Instead, they tried to ban it outright. Meanwhile, ranked choice voting is making real progress in Illinois. Evanston, Oak Park, and Skokie have all passed ranked choice voting at the ballot box. Now, we're working on state legislation to help election officials more easily implement those referendums with clear standards for running RCV elections. Go to fairvoteillinois.org/join to join the movement today and be notified of updates and opportunities to get involved via email.